Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P Funk, thinking right out here in the lab with my initiating hat on, doing what I do for you, looking studious like the teacher. Speaking of which, we want to know who's the teacher. Me, that's who. In case you didn't know. Let's go. Rightism, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. The message is a story for life. I give life lessons. You tune in and receive them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's rock. Right thinking mission, and that's what I'm on, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking's way of life through mental and spiritual discipline daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is that all right thinkers practicing my philosophy, the end game is to know thyself. So I give you lessons to help you do that with. All you gotta do is practice it, tune in, and you'll be fine. Let's go. So I asked the question, do you know you? It's a rhetorical answer, but if you don't have it for yourself, tune in. I can help you with that. That's what I do for you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple. You teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Stay tuned. Appreciate you too. I got you. A person who knows not and believes and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. That's what I do with you. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself. And to my yacht, be true. The question is, right thinkers, let's talk about who is a teacher. Me, that's who. See the hat? I'm pyramid down. Okay, so yeah, I'm in the teaching mode of concepts that was on the pyramid walls. That's where I got it from. So the handwriting's on the wall. I'm gonna break it down for you. Hopefully you get some understanding and some knowledge of self. Who is a teacher is the question. The philosophy states when the ears of the student are ready to hear, then come the lips of wisdom to fill them with wisdom. I'm here talking to you. The lips of the wise are as the doors of a cabinet. No sooner are they open, but treasures are poured out before you, like unto trees of gold arranged in beds of silver, are wise sentences uttered in due season. I'm giving lessons for those who are ready to hear, they will. Those who don't, won't hear. So that's the concept. And the lips of wisdom are closed to who? To the ears of the, except to the ears of the understanding. The ignorant who don't want to hear, ears are closed. Those who open will understand it. Those are the ones who will get it. And when you growing spiritually, you will what? You will recognize those who are what? Spiritually advanced. You can't grow spiritually around people who are not spiritually advanced. Who you gonna learn from? It's like the blind leading the blind. If both y'all ignorant of your higher self, y'all can't help each other. Okay? So you need a teacher. Try to make that simple for you. I'm here for you. You will be led to them if you're aspiring as an aspirant or a right thinker by in a mystical way, spiritual. And you will what? Now you will receive the teachings which you need at that time. If you're ready to learn, I'm your man. First, you need to begin what? To purify yourself and make yourself into a good student. When I started my search for enlightenment, that's what I was, a good student. For 30 years, I was a student. Well, it took you that. No, I'm just saying that's how it's done. So understand that. And because only what? Then will you recognize what? A good teacher. You tell how good the teacher is by how good the student turned out. If you're a good student, you got a good teacher, that's a match made in heaven. Then what? You will be fit to receive the teachings and what? Put them into what? Practice your daily use, because only then will you be ready to understand them. Learning them, you have to put them into your daily use in life. Manifest it for yourself. That's the only way it's going to work. No other way. So when I hear Christ say, I'm the only way through, yeah, I get the concept, and it's true. Trust me. No argument with me about that. But spiritual development, obtaining spiritual knowledge, becoming a better person, spiritual development does not occur in a flash. Why? Or through magical touch. I can't touch you and make you not enlightened. You know, you got to have your own experience. I can give you the information to help you along the way. That's what teachers do. Watch this. Once you learn the correct methods. Again, my issue with religion is some of them misunderstand, and they teaching misunderstood concepts that don't got nothing to do with what the Bible trying to do for you. So that's my issue. Not that you follow a religion. No. Sometimes it's just wrong. I'm saying now what I'm teaching, I see some of them doing this wrong. So it is what it is. But I'm gonna break that down for you as we go too. I'm show you how to find out if they're right or wrong. When you use the methods correctly and you practice, you ready? Spiritual discipline. That's another one of my favorites. Daily, preparing, reflecting, meditating on things that you should do for yourself and what's happening. You can then choose what? Those disciplines, meditation, selfless service, daily studies of the scriptures, all these things you can do to what? Improve and better yourself spiritually, which find out which suits your personality, and then what? And then you gradually increase your intensity of your life and to what? Become spiritually enlightened in an intricate way, meaning you took all the concepts and put them all together and made it work. That's what they're there for. Knowing one thing ain't gonna get it done. You should be versed in a few things, okay? There's a few things that you can do. Ain't no one set way, okay? Now let's talk about, see the picture right here? You know who that is? That's Aset, better known as Isis, okay, from the Greek name, but I'll call her by her real name, Aset. They call her Recap, Isis, the Lady of Wisdom, okay? She was the goddess who got the original name from Ra, God's secret name. Another lesson, but yeah, watch this. Aset, Isis, which is the Lady of Wisdom, again, the original teacher, who what? She initiated her son, Haru, or Horus to most, into the what? The mysteries of spiritual life. Meaning she gave him the things that he needed to become his best self and led him to what? Enlightenment and victory against what? The evil and the unrighteous of righteousness of Set, which is the ego. She represents wisdom, intuitive knowledge. So her enemy is Set, the ego. Okay? They're not gonna get along. Okay? And Set, watch this, and his demon associates. She is the supreme wisdom and power beyond all priests and priestesses. Okay, she got her own book, she got her own philosophy. I got hers over there too. But in the Assyrian resurrection, she's well known for that. But in order to know what a teacher is, let's find out. The need for what? A true teacher of spirituality cannot be overemphasized. Why? In the course of a spiritual practice, in the course of spiritual practice, a right thinker, remember, aspirant, an aspirant is like an athlete. Watch this. He or she needs what? Coaching and constant practice. What? In order to attain what? Mastery over your lower self. That's the name of the game spiritually. You want to raise your consciousness, not lower it. In every area of your life where you achieve success, how do you do it? It's because you studied and practiced. In school, I remember spelling bees every week. On Tuesday, she'd give you the word, and then by Friday, it's going to be test. Everybody waited till when? Thursday night to study. Me, old school, a little bit every day. So I had to understand it. So by the time the test come, I just go on my memory. But I ain't trying to cram at the last minute. That never works. So I was always understanding how taking little bits, and make the whole. Everybody wants to swallow the whole thing and get nothing. Bad planning. My old man told me, profound. A little bit of something is better than a whole lot of nothing. So I always gonna do a little bit of something. You're never gonna do a whole lot of nothing. Understand that. That's making good decisions in your life. That's all it is. Moving on. Watch this. Now, if not in this lifetime, in the previous one, what you obviously did some things that was right and led you to be what better in this lifetime, because if you get it right, then you go that way. Almost get reincarnated. Close don't mean nothing unless you're playing horseshoes. All right. So watch this. When you're a trick, spiritual enlightenment cannot be achieved through magic or through unnatural means. You can't steal it, you can't sneak it, you can only earn it to obtain it. And it is achieved how? Through understanding and hard work, not ordinary work. No, you gotta do a little more. But those activities which what lead to purification of the heart. I keep trying to explain out that lesson. When you're doing good things, you're purifying the heart. When you're thinking good thoughts, you're purifying the mind. When those two things are purified, it becomes light as Maya's feather. Why? Because you got everything you need to do and you're doing things you're supposed to do correctly. And watch this. However, well, where we at? Wait a minute. Okay, yeah. Now, it is possible to what? To promote your spiritual growth. How? Through books. You can learn. That's how I got mine. Personally, over the years, I studied, I learned, but I put the work in. That's the caveat. You can go through books written by who? The genuine spiritual preceptors, I call them my teacher, Muata Ashby, and the new forms of media. You got tapes, you got audio, and give and you have gone even further in conveying the message by any other technical means. And you can now talk to the entire world. When I started out, I was on the internet. I was talking to people all over the world. That was impressive to me. So, however, at some point, the books, the tapes can only go what? So far in what? Explaining the fruits of true practice of spirituality. Why? Because you have to experience it for yourself. I can't do that for you. But if you put the work in that I'm giving you instruction on, you'll find out for yourself. That's the name of the game. And the fruits of your labor, the work that you put in, what you're going to get out. You reap what you sow. This is because what? The mind can develop many what? Misconceptions and illusions about spirituality. Some people think because they learn a little something, they think they got it. And watch this. Just as in any area of ordinary world life, therefore, a guide or coach who is what? Advanced in what is practiced should be sought out. Find somebody who knows and approach with what? Humility and honesty and ask questions. My dude, my disciple, right thinker. All he do is ask questions, and all I do is answer them. He don't rebuttal, he don't question, he take them, understand it, and then let me know, yeah, you're right. When you keep giving the right answer, they'll keep coming back with more questions. And by asking questions, that's how you dispel what? The subtleties from forms of what? Ignorance. Ignorance just means you don't know. So if you're going to involve yourself in something, you should ask questions so that you would know. Don't be ignorant. Don't be a Christian and be ignorant of the commandments that Christians are supposed to live by. At least understand or follow up, study something. This is the process of spiritual teaching called initiation. You're giving me the opportunity to give you what you claim you want, knowledge. So the aspirant, right thinker, is initiated into right thinking philosophy, and it's a way of life which he or she, what you need to learn and practice by how? Studying daily, reflecting on your lessons, and meditating on the teachings daily. Not every now and then, not when you got time, but incorporate it in your lifestyle daily. Initiation, watch this, is, I gave that lesson before, you making what? A conscious choice. When I became a Mason, that was my decision. Nobody made me do it. I was making a conscious choice to be part of something that I had to be initiated into. You want to be a right thinker? Just tune in, learn a lesson, and put into use. When you make a conscious choice to what? To adapt a teaching and to embark on a task of what? Basing your life on it in order to what? To purify your mind and your body. How? Through the teachings and the practicing so that you may what? Become a conduit of the divine. I'm a servant of God. That's I think this is my mission. I'm trying to get you to God. That's my mission. Once you get the knowledge and once you get to God, you have your own mission. Simple as that. I call them callings. Okay, I'm just trying to get you where you want to go. If you want to be a right thinker, knowing yourself is where you want to go. I can make that happen for you. That's why I do what I do for you. Let's go. The wisdom texts and scriptures are like a painting of fire. Okay. Now the painting provides what? An image, you see it, of what a fire looks like. But guess what? There is no warmth that emits from it. No matter how close you get, it's still just a picture. Okay? For that, it is necessary to what? To have a real fire. Okay? In much the same way, watch this. My books provide an idea, give me the basis of what is meant by the teachings. So you learn them. And then what? However, in order to truly understand the subtlety of them, something more is needed. What could that be? You ready? True teacher. And a true teacher is one who lives what? His teachings. Put the pin right there. My whole goal is to show you what I'm trying to teach you. Why? I live it. It's a way of life for me. So it's easy for me to show and tell what I do for you. Your job is to take it, use it, and you'll benefit from it too. But such a one, what? He can breathe life into the scripture, bring them to life, and the myths, understand what they are and use them for their intended and make them what? Understood. I'm trying to break it down so you can understand the language of today. This is an old philosophy. It still works today if you know how to use it. And I do. So I modernize it, dressed it up, and I'm presenting it to you in a way that you can understand it, hopefully. And this is the fire of what? Knowledge, which what? Which burns away ignorance. When you are ignorant, that means you don't know something. When you start to acquire knowledge and information and implement it, you have burned away that ignorance. Now you have knowledge, and it should be of self. And it burns away the ignorance and the illusions, which are the causes of human suffering and misery. You suffer because you're ignorant. You're miserable because you're ignorant. You're in a bad situation with your life because you're ignorant. Need I say more? Lack of knowledge is what's destroying our people, and we still choose to remain ignorant. That befuddles me. I can't believe for life of me. We know the problem. When are we gonna start solutions? I've been hearing the problem for over 2,000 years. My people will be destroyed through lack of knowledge. Our people ain't trying to obtain knowledge. Sorry about that. Get back to the lesson. So watch this. Personally, after what I'm doing, I feel this way about this part, and I'm going to wrap it up after this and let you go. I got more, but I'll let you go. So there is personally no nobler occupation than what? Being an instructor of right thinking philosophy. Why? Because there is no greater endeavor. Watch this. This is my thing purposely. Than what? Relieving the burden of those who are beset by what? The pain and mental suffering caused by what? You ready? Ignorance of their true self. My job is to get you to know your true self. That's how you take away ignorance of thyself with knowledge of thyself. Also, there is no greater force to dispel the mental anguish of society than what? My yogic, right thinking philosophy and the mystical philosophy. Why? Because it gets to the root of the psychological complexes in a way that Western Psychology does not. The ancient Egyptians, the Indians, the China, everybody understands except Western civilization, aka the white man. Okay, so therefore, meeting up with an authentic, they put that there, an authentic teacher. You see the triangle of what? A right thinking yoga philosophy is a highly coveted event. Why? By those who have begun to what? Recognize the deeper levels of their own being and the glory of right thinking philosophy, which is a yoga philosophy that can help change your life for the better. Knowing thyself is getting communion with God. Yoga, that's what they want you to do. Know thyself, commune with your higher self, whatever you want to call it. Discover yourself, self-discovery. All that's good, but you need a teacher. If you're a student, that's what happened. I'm a teacher. I can teach you. Become a student, and when you master thyself, then you can teach too. So, on the closing, right thinkers, I appreciate you. And may all you right thinkers live to be 100, and may 100 minus a day. So I never know the right thinker like you have passed away. Your teacher be back. I got more lessons for you.